Hi, my name is Tom Dutta, and I'm chairman of the board with the Mood Disorders Association of British Columbia, or MDA. I'd like to tell you how that all started. Take you back 30 years, and when I grew up as a young fella, I was experiencing mental illness and I didn't know about it. In fact, I found my cousin hanging in a barn in the Fraser Valley, and a mother who was medicating because of anxiety and stress. In our home, my father was an alcoholic, and it was very traumatic. My younger brother was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome at a young age. Back then, I didn't know what was going on, and when I married my wife Anna some 20 years ago, I experienced suicide and depression through her family. And you know, the world lives in quiet desperation, they just don't talk about it. Back then, I wouldn't tell my story like this because, well, the stigma was there and people would think there was something wrong with you. But today, I'm excited to tell you that I share my story for a purpose. I stumbled into the doors of the MDA some 7 years ago looking for answers, and I found many. Today I'm excited to be part of this organization. I'm just going to take a minute more and tell you about the MDA story. The other day though, I walked into a favorite store of mine and I met a young fellow who I've known for 3 years. And I actually gave him my business card, and on the way out I said, hey, could you do me a favor? Could you tell the owner to connect with me, because I'd like to share a story with her about how I'm helping make the world a better place through health and mental wellness. He said, what are you doing, Tom? And I said, well, did you know that if somebody has a crisis or they simply need help, it can take weeks to months to get in, and sometimes it's too late. I said, at MDA we actually have created an innovative model that has rapid access. You can get help within a matter of weeks. We don't just have doctors or pharmaceutical drugs, we have holistic programs, a total approach that's different to health and mental wellness. Did you know when I told him my story, as I looked at him, he looked back and his eyes were glazed, and he held up my business card. He said, Tommy, I needed you a month ago. You see, he had had a stressful moment and he needed somebody to speak to, and it took him way too long. And unfortunately, that's the reality of our system, until now. That's why I'm excited to be part of MDA. Let me tell you a few things about what we do here. My message is very simple. Take a moment to go to our website, MDABC.net, where you'll see all the programs that we offer. There are far too many to mention on this video, but here are a few. Cognitive behavioral therapy programs, fitness and diet, tailored wellness programs, not just for men, but for women who struggle with things like bipolar and depression, things like anxiety, and more. We also have support groups. So did you know over the province of British Columbia we have over 40 peer-led support groups? It's simply incredible, and they're complimentary. You can drop in, they're for family and friends, and it goes on. We're growing our services, and in the future you may see spiritual-based or faith-based programs. You might also see things like art, music, acupuncture, and even yoga therapy. I'm excited to be part of MDA because our programs are growing. And let me tell you that as the leader of the board of MDA, we're a not-for-profit organization. And I spent most of my career as a corporate manager. I can't believe that there's so much money out there, yet it's so hard to find funding to build such great programs. If you're watching this message, many people will finish it, but others will finish it and consider making a donation. Go to our website, whether it's a personal or corporate donation, whether it's a volunteer of your time, or whether it's a small amount of money or large, it doesn't matter, it all goes to the same place. You can do that either through the website or simply call MDA and they can help you make that happen. To those CEOs or managers or leaders of corporations where I spent most of my career, if you're watching this video, I can tell you that in the workplace, in many of the CEOs and leaders I've spoken to, have a personal story that connects to mine, or that connects to the cause of mental health wellness. If that's you, we're looking for major donors. And so simply give me a call the MDA office, I'll be happy to sit down and have a chat. I want to finish with this message. Years ago, I wouldn't tell my story for fear of retribution or embarrassment. The world has changed, and by the gift of God, I was touched to share my story, to change the world and make it a better place. I believe that everybody who's associated or comes to our organization, MDA, is a hero. And so we're building a community of heroes, and we hope to be a global organization. And so join us on our quest, join me in my mission as we make the world a better place through health and mental wellness. Thank you.